Here is this week's Hawaiian Volcano summary. Not much has changed on Kīlauea. There are still earthquakes around the summit area and South Caldera extending down a southwest rift connector and a southwest rift zone all through there. Otherwise, everything is pretty normal. These earthquake rates have actually climbed a little bit in the past few days, up to between 60 and 90 earthquakes per day or so, which is an increase over what we've seen over much of the past month. But this excludes the prior high of the January 31st intrusion, where we were up over 700 earthquakes in a single day. So it's the highest in the month, but it's not overall a very high amount. It's just climbing up from where it was before. So that January 31st intrusion relieved a lot of the pressure. And now we're seeing the first signs of that rebuilding locally there in parts of that southwest rift connector and South Caldera. If we look at the sand hill tilt meter, we see that this green component, which is the one facing southeast, this is the one that points to the South Caldera area, southwest rift connector. This one has been inflating for much of the past month here. And it's actually gaining some decent accumulation of tilt here. And looking at the blue line for comparison, this is the one that faces northeast, further towards the center of the caldera. That one seems to be actually deflating. So what we're seeing here over the last week is a continuation of inflation in that South Caldera and Southwest Rift area, and maybe migration to the south from that main caldera area, since that central caldera part seems to be deflating. That's the summary for Kīlauea. Quickly on Mauna Loa, I thought we could look at the 1 week, 1 month, and 1 year Mauna Loa summit earthquake maps, which there's really not a whole lot over the last week, only 15 little dots on there, only 47 over the last month, and really you have a better layout over here of what it's been under Mauna Loa summit for much of the last year. So this cluster of deep earthquakes and lots of adjustments of the flanks, which are very small and happening at background rates. So not much to highlight happening in Mauna Loa this week or so far this month. So she continues to refill and is not currently of any hazard to people. And that's our Hawaiian volcano summary for this week.